Few hits in NFL history are as legendary as Steve Atwater's collision with Christian Okoye. That moment wasn't just a highlight, it was a warning shot to the rest of the league. Beasts like Shawn Taylor, Ronnie Lott, and Kam Chancellor followed in those footsteps, turning defense into high-impact warfare. They were the enforcers, the tone setters who made opponents think twice. These are the top 10 titans of tackle from NFL history who made coaches throw headphones in disbelief and fans completely lose their minds. Number 10, Shawn Taylor. A name echoing with a bittersweet symphony. Calling him a safety doesn't do justice. He was a heat-seeking missile in a number 21 jersey. His tragically short career, ending with his death in 2007, was a ferocious attack on the game. Awe-inspiring and terrifying for opponents. 4 seasons were enough to etch his name into NFL lore with jaw-dropping plays and monster hits. That infamous Pro Bowl hit on punter Brian Moorman, while others relaxed, Taylor saw a fake and unleashed a clean, powerful hit. Boom! Moorman was depleted. It wasn't malicious, it was pure Shawn Taylor. His default, seek and destroy. That play showed his always-on intensity. 2 Pro Bowls hinted at a legendary trajectory, a Hall of Fame path that would leave opponents wondering what freight train hit him. He roamed the secondary like a predator, branding ball carriers with his impact. He didn't just hit you, he made a statement. Number 9, John Lynch.
He says, hey, this team, they like to throw those outcuts to the outside. And he goes, I look at the quarterback, and if they throw on rhythm, I will.
This is a guy who made coming across the middle a high-risk proposition. For 15 hard-hitting seasons, this dude wasn't just a safety. He was a menace in shoulder pads. 9 Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl ring with that legendary Buccaneers defense, and a 2021 Hall of Fame gold jacket. All earned through bone-jarring tackles. Lynch wasn't just about the highlight collisions. He was smart, a strong safety with a coordinator's brain who'd diagnose a play, then explode to the ball carrier with controlled demolition. Playing for the nightmare-inducing Buccaneers defense, Lynch was a key fear factor. Imagine being a receiver, seeing number 47 closing in like a shark. Was the catch worth the punishment? Lynch often made him regret it, vaporizing ball carriers and sending a clear message. Coaches adored him. Opponents circled him on a game plan with a silent prayer. He was an enforcer, a tone setter, letting everyone know his territory came with a hefty price. He defined an era of intimidating safety play. Number 8, James Harrison.
I'm trying to hit you as hard as I can.
Chisel, an old-school, smash-mouth player from Granite, and you get James Harrison. Nicknamed Debo, he was the embodiment of Steeler grit. For most of 15 seasons, Harrison was a human scud missile, programmed to destroy quarterbacks. 2 Super Bowl rings and the 2008 Defensive Player of the Year award testify to a career built on relentless pressure and raw power. Who can forget his monumental 100-yard interception return in Super Bowl 43? Harrison, rumbling like a runway truck, shedding tacklers, collapsing into the end zone. Pure Harrison. Improbable, powerful, game-changing. Beyond that, his career was full of quarterback hits that felt like body slams and run stops that crashed like 2 cars on a highway. Offensive linemen had to account for number 92. Often, knowing wasn't enough to stop the explosion. He made 300-pound men look like they were on roller skates, often going through blockers. Fueled by being undrafted, he made every opponent feel his fury. Number 7, Brian Urlacher. Imagine a nearly 6'5", 260-pound middle linebacker moving with the safety's unholy speed. That was Brian Urlacher, the modern monster of the Midway. For 13 seasons, number 54 was the Chicago Bears defense. 8 Pro Bowls, the 2005 Defensive Player of the Year, and a 2018 Hall of Fame nod barely scratched the surface. He wasn't just a thumper, though he could thump. His ability to drop into coverage and blanket tight ends or receivers was uncanny. His sideline-to-sideline range was breathtaking. A running back thought he had the edge. Next, a colossal showdown. Bam! Urlacher, seemingly out of nowhere, for a loss. His closing speed was a matrix glitch. He'd diagnose a screen, teleport to the ball, and arrive with a ferocity that made receivers reconsider their careers. When he hit, it felt like tectonic plates shifting. He conducted that ferocious Bears defense. His music, the sound of pads colliding with maximum force. Number 6, Steve Atwater.
When Christian came through there and Steve stopped him in his tracks and bent him backwards. That was a full-speed collision.
They called him the Smiling Assassin, a chillingly accurate nickname. Steve Atwater, the legendary Broncos safety, patrolled with calm demeanor. But when it was time, that smile turned predatory. For a decade, this 8-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champ, part of a feared safety duo, turned a Broncos secondary into a no-fly zone with severe consequences. His 2020 Hall of Fame induction was long overdue. The Hit. Monday Night Football, 1980. Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare, a 260-pound battering ram, met Atwater. It was a detonation. Atwater met Okoye head-on. The collision stopped the unstoppable. Okoye crumbled. Atwater stood over him, a testament to his power. That play became his calling card, but he was more. In Super Bowl 32, he delivered a defensive clinic, a sack, a forced fumble, and crucial pass breakups, one nearly knocking out 3 players, himself included, preserving the win. He hit hard and with purpose, changing games with intelligence and explosive power. Number 5, Kam Chancellor.
Pressure over the middle, Carlson tackled immediately by Kam Chancellor.
Bam, bam, Kam. Hear those words from the Pacific Northwest, and an offensive player was about to have a very bad day. Kam Chancellor, enforcer of the iconic Legion of Boom, wasn't just a strong safety. He was a human bulldozer. This 4-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion was the physical hammer in a star-filled secondary. While Sherman locked down receivers and Thomas covered ridiculous ground, Kam delivered the messages. Loud, clear, and impossible to ignore. His hits were declarations. He had an almost supernatural ability to diagnose plays and meet ball carriers with the force of a runaway cement mixer. Vernon Davis likely still has nightmares. Demaryius Thomas felt his power in the Super Bowl. Chancellor's impact made teammates feed off his energy and opponents visibly shy away. His signature launch, a timed missile to separate ball from man, often sent the ball flying and the receiver wondering if he'd landed in a different time zone. He didn't just patrol the secondary, he owned it. The psychological impact of number 31 lurking was immense. He was the boom in the Legion of Boom. Number 4, Ronnie Lott.
Unfortunately, his helmet kind of smashed my finger against my shoulder pads. I had to go see the doctor so he could repair it. He says, well, look, one of your bones is missing in the finger.
Toughness in the NFL. The conversation starts and ends with Ronnie Lott, a warrior. His Hall of Fame career is legendary. 14 seasons of ferocious intensity, 10 Pro Bowls, 4 Super Bowl rings. But it's the grit that elevates Lott. The pinky finger. Rather than miss time, he had the tip amputated. That's incomprehensible dedication. And he played like it. At cornerback or safety, Lott attacked with controlled fury. His hits weren't just hard, they were surgical strikes. He didn't just bring you down, he made you remember it. He'd fly up like a hawk, and then the collision echoed. Receivers knew catching in Lott's vicinity meant an impact that could jar fillings loose. He hunted for the ball, the turnover, the momentum swing. His intelligence matched his ferocity, making him one of the most complete and feared defensive backs ever. He set an intensity standard few have reached. Number 3, Brian Dawkins. Weapon X. The name sends shivers. Brian Dawkins didn't just play safety. He embodied a primal force. For 16 seasons, this 9-time Pro Bowler and 2018 Hall of Famer was the emotional and physical catalyst for his defenses. His pregame entrances, crouched, head bobbing, eyes feral, were legendary. A glimpse into the hurricane of passion he'd unleash. Dawkins played with his heart on his sleeve, fueled by a desire to dominate. He flew around like a man possessed, delivering explosive, technically sound hits. He had incredible range, ball skills, and a knack for the big play. But oh, those hits. He'd launch like a missile, contorting midair for maximum impact. A human highlight reel of legal devastation. Ask Michael Vick about the rib-breaking hit. B-Doc was an experience. He could blitz and flatten a QB, lay out a receiver, or run down a ball carrier with relentless pursuit. He was the full package. Passion, power, and big plays. A real leader who turned every bold speech into hard-hitting action. Number 2. Ray Lewis. If passion had a human form, it would be Ray Lewis. For 17 seasons, number 52 was the Baltimore Ravens. 2 Super Bowl titles, a Super Bowl MVP, 2 Defensive Player of the Year, 13 Pro Bowls. Only part of the story. His 2018 Hall of Fame induction was as inevitable as his earth-shattering tackles. Lewis commanded the field like a general, his speeches inspiring teammates to run through walls or commit murder, his play making opponents wish they could hide. Ray Lewis didn't just tackle, he consumed ball carriers. His intensity was palpable, visible in his burning eyes and explosive power. A master diagnostician, he reads plays with uncanny accuracy, then exploded towards the ball with breathtaking ferocity. When Lewis hit you, it was a statement. His legendary work ethic translated into sideline-to-sideline speed. His hits were often game-turning, stripping balls, stopping drives, demoralizing offenses. He played every snap like his last, a roaring inferno of emotion and physicality that defined an era. Number 1. Lawrence Taylor.
It adds something to it. And now it's funny how around the league, everybody goes for the strip.
At the top, the undisputed king who literally changed the game. Lawrence of QBs running for their lives. For 13 seasons, Taylor wasn't just an outside linebacker. He was a revolutionary force of nature, a whirlwind of destruction. 2 Super Bowl rings, a 1986 NFL MVP, rare for a defender, 3 first-ballot Hall of Famer. Dominance. He was on a seek-and-destroy mission every down. No other defender combined his raw ability with such a ferocious, intimidating, dominant presence. LT was a phenomenon. Do you agree with our order? Is there a super tough players on this list? Who would you be most scared to see running full speed right at you? Share what you think, your favorite big hit memories, and even your own top player lists in the comments. We really want to know which of these football giants still makes you feel the hit through the screen.